Hello everybody, my name is Alin Zanfiroiu, and in this tutorial we will start the course regarding to the fundamentals of programming. Is the course with the number CS1400 from Utah Tech University. And actually in this course we will make some, let's say some scripts, or we will write some Python code. We'll learn the basics regarding to the Python programming. And actually in this episode, or in this video, we will discuss regarding to what means to code in Python, why do we use Python, and probably in the end of this video we'll make something, so we'll write the first line of the code, or we'll make that uh, hello world application. Regarding to the Python, so everybody knows that it's a really good programming language. It will be very interesting because in this course, our scope or our objectives are to understand the fundamentals of language, to understand the concepts on how we can code in this programming language. So it will be important to understand also the development cycle, how we can think to develop an application, how what are the phases that we have to make them until to obtain actually our application. Also, it will be important for us, like future programmers in Python, to be able to read and to understand some Python source code written by somebody else. So it will be important to know each elements that are written in that Python code. And also, it will be very important to be able to modify this code. So if we get any code from other person or from a colleague, we should be able to modify this code, to improve this code in this way that will run better, and we will obtain results more accurate. The structure for this semester, we will start with the introduction. Actually, this is the introduction. After that, we'll discuss about programming building blocks, about some functions, about some types that are used in Python, about variables, about strings. We'll see that string is an important type of data, and we will have to use how we can define some functions. After that, we'll discuss about conditionals and lists, about loops, and so on. So what I want to highlight here is, because we have only the introduction in Python, we'll stop something like after we start to use dictionary. In that moment, we will start. You will have another course to make more advantages coding in Python, where you can actually make the object-oriented programming also in that course. But this course is only for the introduction, and that's why we will stop on the dictionary. And okay, I put it here also, the nested data and while loops, but is regarding to the more list and for loops. So actually in that moment we will start. This is the base for the programming language in Python. Is a very good course for that students that doesn't have any experience in programming, because exactly like I said, we will start with the beginning, and we will do step by step everything that will represent our base for other courses in programming and so on. What it is necessarily for you, like a student in this course, first of all, critical thinking. Actually, the critical thinking is the most important thing for all programmers, not only for this course. If you want to become a real programmer and a very successful programmer, you should have this critical thinking to ask every time, why is this working this way and will not work in another way? Because if you have this critical thinking, actually you will improve your code, you will improve your programs, your application, and in this way you will become a very good programmer. So that's why it's a mandatory skill to have this critical thinking. If you don't have, please improve yourself to become a person that has this critical thinking. Okay, you also, if you have any knowledge about some programming languages, because sometimes I will compare how we will make in Python with how we can make similar things in another programming language. And if you have any skills regarding to, I don't know, programming in C or C++ or any other languages, it will be very easy to understand actually the syntax in Python. So that's why if you have any knowledge about other programming languages, it will be very good. Mathematical thinking also, it's really important to have these mathematical skills, because when we have to code, we will apply a lot and a lot of mathematics. So that's why it will be necessary to have these skills or this thinking to apply the mathematics in equation, in formulas, and so on. And also the ability to follow the logic flows. We will see that actually our program, it will, let's say, be interpreted line by line. So it will be very important to follow actually the logic way of the program. So that's why it will be very important to have this ability. We'll discuss also about rubber duck programming. That means to explain actually that flow, that code that you have written to a duck. And if that duck will understand actually what you have written there, it's good. The program, it's okay. So actually these are the necessary skills that you should have until this course. Okay, what is Python? Probably most of you already know that. Is a programming language, we can say that. Is an interpreted programming language. That means the code, it will not be compiled like the code from C++ it is. When we use C++ programming language, that one is compiled. For Python, is not compiled, is only interpreted. So we will see soon that we should have an interpreter installed on our machine. So in this way, it will be possible to run our code and to see the results. It's a really easy programming language to learn. It's very easy to learn it. We have some powerful high level skills or tools for this programming language, for Python. What means for a programming language to be in a high level, to be very close to the normal way to speak. A low level programming language, we can think to assembly. If we use assembly, actually in that moment is more difficult for a person to write code, because the instructions are very stricted. But in a high level programming language, is the rules are also stricted, but the keywords are more easier for us to remember them. So that's why we say it's a high level programming language. It is also object-oriented programming, but in this course we don't make this. It will be another course for this. Also can be used for prototyping. It's a programming languages that can be used for a rapid development. So if we want to make a prototype very fast, we can use Python, and if everything is okay, we can change with another programming language, or actually we can use also Python after we have the final app. Regarding to the history, the Python was created by a Dutch person, by Guido van Rossum, uh, somewhere in 90s, so between 1985 and 1990, in Netherlands, because it's a Dutch person. Also, that only for history. So if we have any question from some person that who created the Python languages, please don't forget Guido van Rossum from Netherlands. Okay, it's competition for Python. So we have any other programming languages like exactly like I said before, C and C++. We have JavaScript, Java, PHP, Perl, and so on. So we have a lot of programming languages. Why we have chosen Python? Exactly like I said before, it's easy to learn. It will be very easy to read and maintain or to modify that code. Also, it's portable and extendable. It's portable because we will have actually that code, and if we have in other machine, no matter which operating system, if we have that interpreter, actually our code can be interpreted and run it. So that's why it will be very portable, let's say, our applications. Also, we support structured programming methods and object-oriented programming, exactly like I said before. So that's why it will be a very good programming language for everybody. Provide very high level dynamic data types. We'll see probably in the next video that we have data types that can be applied for any value that we have. It will be very easy to integrate with other programming languages. Actually, it's very important now because if you have any apps that are already made, it will be very important to connect to that de developed already applications, and that's why Python it makes very easy this integration. So that's why it's a very good programming language. Exactly like I said before, it's ideal for prototyping because actually we made very fast development in Python. Regarding to the instruments, and here I want to show you in just a second. I will open command prompt. What it will be important is to have your Python installed. I already have on my machine the Python installed, so I can check Python version. So I have Python 3. So if you don't have already installed your Python, you have to do that. So this will be the interpreter. I put it also here in the presenter. You should have Python installed. This one is an interpreter. So actually, this app will interpret our code. Now, to write the code, we can use any editor that you have. Actually, let's make something. I will put here. I have this file, but I will delete it. I prepared it before, but I will make a new one. So I will add a new file. It will be a text file. So I will name it also file or my code. But the extension of the files that will contain the Python code, it will be PI from Python. So it will be my code.py. Okay, yeah, I will change it. And in this moment, I have this file. This file is empty. So that's why I will open it with open where it is open with. And I will open with Notepad, the simplest editor that we can use it. Just a second because it opened in the not second screen and bring it here. And now to write the first line of the code. What I will make is to create the most known application, Hello World. So this app, what have to do is to print on the console Hello World. To print, we will use a function, name it print. So I will have print. This it will be a function. When we call a function, we have to use the parentheses. So any function will have this parenthesis. And after that, between these parentheses, for our function, for our print function, we should pass like a parameter, we say, what do we want to print on the console? So we want to print the message hello world. So that's why I will put it mark, okay, hello world, and close the marks. And actually this it will be the line that will print on our console. So I use it, the print function, because it is a function. I have to use this parenthesis. And between these parentheses, I put the parameter hello world. And that's all. I will save the file and I will close it. I will take this path by copy because I want here to change the directory. And I am exactly in this directory, and here I will run my file with Python. I say that I have installed Python, so I have Python, and now my file, it will be my code.py run. And actually it will print the hello world message because our program that it makes. So this is the simplest form that we can create our files. I put it here that we can use Notepad++. It's similar with Notepad. Just a second, because I think, let me open it. Notepad++ is not here. Let's see if we have. No, no, no. Just a second, because I will open then in this way, Notepad++. Okay, it's open and I will bring this file to my Notepad. And actually here we can write again. What is important in Notepad++, we have to select the language if we want. Is already selected because the Notepad++ saw the extension and they say, okay, this one is a Python file, so the language it will be Python. But what it will be important for this is actually we can see the keywords highlighted. So that's why it's better than simple Notepad. But we can use both of them if you want. So let's change here. Let's say hello world. I don't put the asterisk marks. And now let's run again. And we have also the asterisk marks. So actually in this way we can edit from each editor that we have on our machine. I put it here. Colab is a platform from Google. Let me show you also this one because it's a good one. For this one, you don't have to install anything in your machine. So if I will put Colab, it will going directly to the Google. So it is colab.research.google.com. And here, okay, I have one, but I will create a new notebook. And actually here we can write our code. So if we want similar with that one to print hello world, okay, everything is fine. I put in the command and I can run that directly and to see the result. And I have hello world, so I can improve. Okay, we start H and this one and stop again. So we can make everything here. If we are here, we can also, probably the zoom is not very good, but now it's better. Let's learn a new function here. So I will put actually the input. Input is a function that it will get an input from the user. So actually here I will don't print hello world. I want to print what the user will insert in our console. So that's why I will have the print function first with these two parentheses, and between these two parentheses I will put I will call the input function. So it's another function, input. Also, I'll have these two parentheses. Input function, it will have also an output, a result that it will be returned. And actually the returned result from the input, it will represent actually the parameter for the input function. So, but here I want to put also an input. I will say to my user, type something. And in this moment, what they will do. So actually the input function, it will print on console, type something. The user, it will insert some keys, some letters or some words, depends. After that, the input function, it will take exactly like here says, read a string from standard input. And the standard input, it will be our keyboard. So it will take this string that is written by the user and will pass like a parameter to the print function. The print function, it will print it on the console. So we will see exactly what we insert, we will see it printed. Let's see if it works. So I have the label type something. Here I have to insert something. I will say hello here. Hello there. Sorry. Hello there. I will press enter, and actually he will put here exactly the string that the user have inserted. So actually it's put it directly. I recommend to use Google Colab if you want to test some small scripts and very fast to not create some files or I don't know exactly what I presented here. So it will not be necessary to have that file because you actually will run directly on Google platform. I put it here also Visual Studio or Visual Code. You can use also Visual Code and Visual Studio. Visual Studio is too big. If you want to use only for Python, I don't recommend you to install Visual Studio because it's very big. If you want to use it only for Python, I recommend Visual Code. Visual Studio is recommended if you want to work also with C, with C++, with uh, .NET, with C Sharp, and so on. But only for Python, I recommend Visual Code. Sublime. Also, I have this one. Let me show you. Okay, we have a new file, and this is a normal editor. We can also write print. I'll put hello world or hello Python. Let's see Python. What it will be important for Sublime is to set in the tools. Again, tools, build system, you have here Python. So you have to select actually what interpreter should use. And in this moment, you can write it, you can run your code by building it or Control B. And okay, print hello Python where it is. Just a second. Cannot find the main function. Just a second. Probably I have to save it. Yeah, I have to save in a file. I will don't, actually I can put here. It's okay. So I will have new file .py. And probably in this moment it will work. Yeah, in the first time didn't work because I didn't have it file. So actually in that moment they look it for the main function. But if I save it in a normal file, actually it will run this instruction. So that's why now it worked and before it doesn't work. Okay, so also we can use Sublime. So we can use any editor that you have. I think it's enough for this video. We will continue in the next video with more instruction and also with data types that can be used in Python, and we will develop step by step in our skills regarding to the Python programming. I hope that this video it will helps you, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.